Hello. In this session, we are going to cover how to create a link in your Blackboard Learn class so that students can attend your class live or synchronously. Let us start by first going to your Blackboard page. Okay, so let's pretend that this is your Blackboard Learn page for your course. The plan is to add a link over on this side, and maybe we'll call it Zoom online class. So the way that we do that is to click this add menu item, the plus, and we're going to select contact area. Once you click that, we are going to name it Zoom online class. And we're going to make that available to our users. Click submit. By default, that's created here on the bottom. You are going to have to drag it to a place where you would want it. So let's say we want it there. Next, we are going to click on that link. That takes you to the content area where we're going to add a tool, the Zoom tool. Click on that. Now, when we get here, I typically recommend including in the name of the link the day and time of the course. I teach multiple sections of the same course, and I also have a course that has a lecture and an activity so that the students are aware as to which section or which session, be it the lecture session or the activity session they're attending. You might want to consider adding that in the name of the link. So in this example, let's pretend that I have a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class lecture that meets from 1 to 2 in the afternoon. So I'm going to call that attend Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. lecture. Okay, at least it's clear. And then you don't have to really put a description unless you want to. Once that's been set, you just need to click on that link to establish a connection to Zoom, and that will create a meeting ID specific for that class and specific for this activity that you can edit in your Zoom settings. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to make sure we have the right settings for this particular meeting that we just created. In order to do that, let's open a new tab and go to csuchico.zoom.us. Click sign in. And then you have to look for that particular meeting. Let's say that this is the meeting that you just created. I'm going to go ahead and scroll towards the bottom so I can edit the settings for this meeting. By default, the name of the meeting will be the same as the name of the course in Blackboard Learn. I'd like to change that to more specific information. So maybe this is my CSEI 310, and it's for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. lecture. Okay, so I'll put that there. So go ahead and set the start date and then set the start time. So mine is 1 to 2 p.m. Well, it's actually 1 to 1:50, but 1 hour is close enough. And it is a recurring meeting. So I will set that to weekly, every week from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And the end date is, let's say, April 24. That's good. I will not require registration or a meeting password. I'm going to keep this with video on for the host and the participant. Participants can join with either telephone or computer audio. I do like shutting this off, and I do like setting participants to mute upon entry. That way you don't receive a lot of audio. I like having the waiting room on, so you can let everyone in as soon as you're in. If you don't want the hassle of having to do that, you can shut that off. And I typically set this record the meeting automatically, and I choose in the cloud. That way, the recording is automatically placed on Kaltura. After you are done with that, you just hit save. And you are pretty much good to go. The only other thing I would add is if you go to the Distributed Learning Technology website at www.csuchico.edu/DLT. So this is the DLT website. If you click on supported services, they have some information on this page on Zoom. And just click on that. When you get to their Zoom page, as you scroll down, our DLT office on campus has created and is maintaining this Accessing Zoom through Blackboard Learn Google Doc. So what I like doing is I would copy this link. So right click on that and copy the link. Go back to your class where you just created this link for the students to attend your class synchronously. So when it's time for class, they just really need to click on this link to attend the class. So we click Build Content and select Web Link. And maybe we'll call it Zoom Quick Reference Students. And you can copy that link over and then just hit submit. And now you have this handy link for students to click on for additional information on how to use Zoom. That's really all you need to do. I think given that, your students should not have any problems, hopefully, connecting to you live for a synchronous session with you. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.